Good afternoon, everyone. Picture this. Your child is sitting with a tablet, completely immersed in some mobile game or learning app. And you, as the parent, might be wondering, is this content really helping them? How much of this screen time is truly valuable? These are questions many parents struggle with. How I came across this in my journey is that I'm now of the age that many of my friends have kids. And when we go out and we discuss a variety of things, one of the things that keeps coming up is how can we safeguard our children against endless screen time? So when we go out for a walk, afterwards we sit down for lunch, guess what happens? Out comes the tablet or mobile phone and is given to the child to keep them busy. And I often see a streak of guilt on my friends' faces. And when I ask them, they tell me they don't really know what's going on the device. They may know the app that they're using or the YouTube channel that they're watching. And this gave me the idea that I want to share with all of you today. In today's world of mobile entertainment and gamified learning, it almost feels impossible knowing what's going on during our child's screen time. The reality is, screen time isn't going anywhere. So what if I told you that instead of fighting it, you could control it? Better yet, what if you could design it? So I want to share with you today how the very technology that we often so fear can become our greatest ally. Using generative AI, parents like you can now have the power to shape your child's future, especially in the digital world. Because let's be honest, screens are everywhere. Some studies have shown that children spend 3 to 4 hours a day glued to some form of screen. That's a lot of hours in a day. They may be playing a game or watching a video, or they're engaged in apps labeled educational. Yet, as much as we try to limit it, we're often left wondering, is this content helpful or hurting? And it's not just about the content and the time that we consume, it's about the lack of control of knowing what's really going on during that time. And whilst educational apps have come a long way, they lack the ability to tailor the content to each child's individual needs. And they're often driven by rewards to keep the kids hooked without actually teaching them valuable skills or values. So, parents are left with limited options. Either they limit screen time, or they let their children navigate this unpredictable digital world on their own. But what if you didn't have to make a choice? What if you could customize every aspect of your child's digital world and learning based on their unique learning needs, your family values, and your family priorities? Enter generative AI. With my team, we have developed a solution called TEDxAI. Got it? TEDxAI. Using Teddy, parents can guide and actually decide what their children are learning during screen time, whether it is practicing, mastering the vowels, or even more. Teddy can instill habits like reminding a child to brush their teeth or tidying up their room. And then in the end, report back to you on their progress. Let's take a moment to think about this. Now, let me show you. Hey, Teddy, why don't you come on over? Everybody wants to meet you.
Hi, Pauldy. It's good to see you too.
So, Teddy, why don't you tell everyone what you can do?
I can teach your kids about letters, numbers, shapes, and colors. We can also learn about animals, space, and so much more.
So, everyone, this is Teddy. Teddy is the one interacting and talking to your children. Isn't he cute? By the way, Teddy is all generative AI. Oh no, where did Teddy go? He must be bored talking about all this technology. Teddy, Teddy, come back. We want to hear more of you.
I'm here to make learning fun for you.
So Teddy, can you now please help me? Can you tell Sarah to brush her teeth? And can you talk to Tom about the rainbow and colors? I think he is forgetting them.
I'd love to teach your son about the colors of the rainbow and your daughter Sarah about brushing her teeth. What do they want to learn about first, the colors or brushing teeth?
Why don't you talk to Sarah first about brushing her teeth and then go to Tom?
Okay, I'm ready. Hi Sarah. It's super important to brush your teeth at night to keep them clean and healthy. This helps you have a happy smile in the morning.
I don't like brushing my teeth.
Aw, come on Sarah. Brushing your teeth is fun and helps keep your teeth strong and healthy. Let's find a toothbrush you love, and I'll sing a silly song to make it more fun. Hi Tom, let's have some fun. The colors of the rainbow are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Can you repeat them with me?
Red?
That's a great start, Tom. The next one is orange. Can you say it with me?
Orange?
This is not just about screen time management. This is transforming screen time into personalized learning time. Parents can now have control over the content of their child's screen time. And it's not just about controlling that. They are actively creating the very experiences that children have on screen. Now let's imagine what this means for education. Instead of passive consumers of content, parents can now become active creators of their child's digital world. They can shape their future. For example, your child is struggling with maths, and many children do, right? You can ask Teddy to create interactive and fun mathematical problems for them to solve until they master the skill. If they're learning a new language, you can ask Teddy to practice the pronunciation with them or vocabulary. But this goes far beyond academics. Teddy can also teach emotional intelligence, social skills, or simple routines like tidying up their room. What's even more significant is that Teddy is personalized. When we were young, we all must have watched Winnie the Pooh, right? And when we watched episode 4, we all watched the same thing. But now, each child can talk to Teddy differently. Carly can talk about the rainbow and learn about colors. Max can talk about cars and learn about speed. And Ritesh can learn about the importance of brushing his teeth, because that's what his parents want him to learn. And this can all happen at the same time. Isn't that fantastic? Now let's take this vision beyond your own home. This technology has the power to truly level the playing field of education globally. Children in the most remote corners of the world can now access the same personalized, high-quality lessons as those in private schools. Regardless of the child's location or background, they can now access a learning companion tailored to them. Even beyond scaling, let's bring it back to ourselves for a moment and ask yourself this. After maternity and paternity leave, things have to go quickly back to normal, right? We have to go back to work. So we have to find a nanny or daycare, a nursery, and then a primary school for our children. And then what? Do we really know what they're learning and how are they developing? Or are we relying on what's happening in the nursery or the school? and found out about their learning and development through some distant report cards or some conversations with their parents or carers and teachers. Well, the reality is the level of feedback in screen time is not really different, and maybe even less, up until now. Using generative AI, you can, as we just saw, instruct what you want your child to learn, help them develop the skills you want them to develop, and get insights into their learning and development as often and frequently as you want. So, where do we go from here? The truth is, AI is transforming the way we approach education and parenting. Parents no longer need to see this technology as something to fear, but rather use the technology to empower their children's growth and not feeling the need to restrict this. TEDxAI and tools like it give you the keys to drive your children's growth on your terms. No longer do we have to settle for what the App Store has to offer. You get to decide what your child learns, sees, and does during screen time. You have the power to shape their world. For parents, I would like to invite you to think beyond screen time as something to fear. Instead, imagine it as a canvas, one where you can paint the type of learning experiences you want for your child. You're no longer a passive observer. You're an active creator of their digital world and growth. And for society, I call on you not to fear. New technologies like AI are different and something we may not be accustomed to. But this technology gives us and brings with it new opportunities that we all have been yearning for far too long. So instead of seeing generative AI as yet another time and attention suck for you and your child, it could very well be the technology that finally gives you control of the digital. Like us, for instance, we didn't see this technology as yet another way of pulling children into the digital realm. We saw it as an opportunity to make these tools two-way conversational and a controllable medium by the guardians. And finally, let's not forget educators and innovators. This is your call to shape AI to truly personalize learning and make learning more impactful. How can we develop technologies that truly meet the individual needs of each child? How can we ensure that these technologies are accessible, affordable, and aligned with the future that we want to build? So in closing, it's time to stop worrying about screen time and start embracing it. AI is here, and with it comes the chance to transform our children's learning and development in ways we never thought possible. Whether through TEDxAI or other emerging technologies, we have the power to shape our children's growth like never before. The future is bright, but only if we drive it forwards towards a better, a more inclusive and empowering tomorrow for our children, for their future, and for the world. Thank you.